What's up, movie freaks? Today we're going to be doing a film collection room tour. This video was requested in the comments, so if you have any requests for videos, be sure to let me know in the comments. I just might make it. So starting out up here, we got a couple of limited edition posters from Shout Factory from the collector's editions of Frankenstein Created Woman and the Transformers movie. Down here, Reservoir Dogs, Mondo Steelbook, Special Tin Can, Shout Factory box sets, and then starting off with the Blu-ray. I have my stuff divided by genres and subgenres, but certain companies I'll give them like their own section, kind of like give them their own genre part. So starting out, we have 88 films, and then we start with action, and then our way down we have a subgenre of action. We have martial arts. And then after that, we have another subgenre of action, which is superhero, which I have divided up, starting DC, and then Marvel after that. Then we have anime, with a subgenre of the Studio Ghibli films, and then I have a special card for Arrow. So we start out with Arrow Academy, and then Arrow Video after that. And so I've done a video on Arrow Academy and a video on my Arrow Video collection. So check that out if you want to see more in-depth look at any of these. After Arrow Video, we have comedy, and that continues down to here. And then after comedy, we have Christmas. And then after that, we have Criterion. Now, the Criterion is what I'm going to be doing my next collection video on. So I'm going to give you guys an in-depth look at my entire Criterion collection here, which is a pretty decent size. All the way down to there. After Criterion, we have drama, and that continues all the way down to the next shelf, and then we have a family section. So we have the family section, and then under that, as a subgenre of it, we have Disney. After that, we have the genre of fantasy. And then we have a subgenre of fantasy as sci-fi. That continues all the way down here, ending with the Ultraman, which I've also been doing videos on as I get those. Right after sci-fi, then we have horror. And that's a pretty large section as well. And then after horror, the couple of subgenres that I have after include a lot of horror. So I have a separate genre card for Severin films, starting there, ending there, and then we have Shout Factory, and then of course the sub of Shout Factory is the Scream Factory, which I have quite a lot of those as well. I'll probably end up doing a video on those at some point. And then we have Western after that, and that pretty much finishes up my Blu-ray collection, at least the shelf part. Also, I have this little shelf where I have some box sets. Got the Halloween box set, Steelbook, Spartacus box set. I have various like collector boxes and Steelbooks down here. And then up to this shelf, I've got the Godzilla collector thing from Criterion, which I did a video on that as well. The Planet of the Apes head, Aquaman poster, Star Wars poster. Have some graphic novels that include the animated movies that are based off of the graphic novels, so those are pretty cool. Best Buy Steelbook. Then we got the Middle Earth collection here. It's not quite complete, but I do have quite a lot of them. And then when we get over here, we got some special edition VHS Star Wars Episode 1, Blu-ray Complete Saga, DVD Clone Wars Seasons 1 through 5, Star Wars Trilogy, got a film cell, Boba Fett. Over here we got I got all my Star Wars steelbooks up here. And then got the VHS trilogy, and then the VHS remaster trilogy. And then right below that, this is where the DVD collection starts. I kind of have these white cards to kind of separate the genres a bit. So starting out again, we have action, and that goes across, and then that card starts the martial arts subgenre of action. And that continues down this card, and then we've got the superhero movies again DC, and then followed by Marvel. And then another subgenre that I have on DVD for action is war. Continuing down, then we have the anime section. I really love these box sets where they make like a mural on one side. I haven't completed my Dragon Ball one yet though. And then so after anime, then we have comedy, which will finish off this shelf. And then we're gonna come over here to the next shelf. So this is where the comedy ends. Then we have Criterion DVDs, and then that is followed by documentary, which is then followed by drama. I have a Spartacus Laserdisc in front of there. Drama continues down here. Got some Game of Thrones pops in front of it. Drama goes all the way down to here, and then we have family, followed by fantasy. Fantasy goes down to here, and then we have the subgenre of sci-fi. Have a lot of the old Doctor Who on DVD, as well as a bunch of the newer ones. Sci-fi continues all the way down here. Lots of Star Wars DVDs, lots of Twilight Zone DVDs, and then we're up to the next shelf, which on top here I have my Universal collection. Got this Blu-ray box set, some VHS, a couple of those are still in the plastic. Then we have the more recent steel books with the Alex Ross artwork, which those are really sick. Then we got some of the DVD Legacy collection. I'm only missing I'm missing the Invisible Man on the Legacy collection, which I mean I'm missing a lot of other ones too, but like that one's like almost complete. I've also got skipped over the posters here, but we got Dracula poster, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I also have some of my Arrow posters up over here. And then continuing with the DVD, sci-fi was a subgenre of fantasy, but then a subgenre of sci-fi we have monster films. And then even a subgenre of that I have Sentai as well. Super Sentai, Ultraman, that sort of stuff. Then after that is wrestling, followed by Hammer. I have a lot of the Dracula and Frankenstein Hammer films, and I had to get, you can see down here, I had to get several of them from England, because you just can't find them here. Which more recently though, Shout Factory's been putting some of those ones you couldn't find before on Blu-ray, so that's awesome. But I haven't been able to pick up many of those yet. So the Hammer continues through there, and then we start horror. And I have a much larger horror DVD section than I do Blu-ray. All three of these are horror. Continues up to here, and all the way through there. And then we have Trauma after that. And then there's Western and Musical. There's some duplicates of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and then starts the VHS. Up top here, though, I do have a couple of Disney CEDs and then Alice in Wonderland Laserdisc. Then, starting with the VHS, I have Disney Black Diamond collection, and then followed by the Disney Masterpiece collection. And then I just have like a couple of miscellaneous, and then I have a lot of my VHS I don't have as much room for, and I don't have them as well organized, but I do have several stacks of VHS down here as well. And then we have the more Arrow posters up top. Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Cat o' Nine Tails, Django. Down to my home theater sign. So yeah, this has been just a quick run through of my film collection and how I've got it set up. I plan to do detailed videos on most of the collection, dividing it up by like section. I was going to do Criterion was going to be the next one. Let me know what you'd like to see after that. Is anything in here that you want to get a closer look at first, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot. And keep collecting movies. Auf Wiedersehen.